Okay, so greetings. This is a Linux tutorial that I'm doing. If you like this, please head over to Libera Pay at Libera pay.com/mir/donate and throw a few shekels my way if you like this video. So what is this video on? Well, it seems that one of my previous videos that I put up of me attempting to but failing at installing uh, SUSE 8 on a machine and 9 got someone complaining, hey, I don't know how to put SUSE on such an old computer. How do I do it? So that's literally what this video is going to be about. Primarily, as you can see here, the system is running a Pentium M processor at 2 gigahertz. It's got an ATI Radeon 9600 series graphics card, 2 gigs of RAM. The lowest you really want to go with SUSE is about 512. You could manage 128 megs, but you're going to stay headless with that. And anything under than 512, don't expect to have a very pleasant X experience, if any, especially a modern X experience. So you want to have at least 1 to 2 gigs, if not more. If you want to use something modern like GNOME, make sure you have at minimum 4 gigs. So this is the system that we're going to be running today. Let's escape out of here and get into the bootloader. Not the bootloader, the boot select menu. And boot off of January 2019's Opensuse Tumbleweed 32-bit, which is the only 32-bit version of Opensuse left. Period. So let's boot up optical drive because optical media and such old machines. Silly keyboard. What the hell? Why the... Okay, I'm having none of that. Thank God for a docking station. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you're stuck on... There. Now. Bugger off, keyboard. Okay, let's see if this will work a little better. Nope. Not working at all. God. So I do have to go back to that other keyboard. SPL. Plymouth.enable equals 0. Splash equals verbose. Okay. And I don't think there's anything else I need to do special here. Basically, this turns off the splash screen. I recommend doing that on older systems, uh, especially like the Intel integrated 950, and because the Plymouth splash screen can be a little bit more demanding on those older systems. So, like Pentium and older, and anything that's weaker than a 950. I'm just going to do it on this because I'm unsure if this Radeon card can handle Plymouth, and I don't want to take the chance. Plus, I'm running a drive that is notorious for failing, much more so than the IBM Death Stars. So, now you wait to boot. You don't necessarily need to do the stuff that I did there, but I found on the older systems it really, really helps. The splash equals verbose just gives you more information. Plymouth just disables the animated splash screen. If you're running off of an SSD, then yeah, you might be able to keep Plymouth if your uh, graphics card can handle it. Yay for antiquated optical media! It goes and makes tons of noises. Don't know if you heard that, but yep, optical drive noises. Woo! Yay! Loading basic drivers. Okay. Yep, it even says okay. Yay! Starting hardware detection. It detects the drive bays, that it's got a PCMI A slot. It's activating the USB devices. Woo! Might fix the keyboard. Firewire. Ooh, they're really old. Wow, Wi-Fi. I forgot what the B44 is. I think that's the docking station network card. I could be wrong. I believe it's a Broadcom. Now we just need to wait for the system to load up. And if your system is really, really old, especially if you have left less than 512 megs, you need to use text mode. You need to go into the ncurses install interface because it just will not be a fun time. It will not work. I believe, but don't quote me on this, the last time I tried on a system with less than 512, it actually errored out saying, hey, we cannot open this graphical user interface. And then it dropped me into text mode. Nice that it did that. But we're going to be in the graphical user interface. That way we can have a mouse. Ooh, yay, look at that, I've got a mouse. And a chameleon up here too. Yeah. It shouldn't be adding any repositories. Come on. Oh no, it's trying to add the disk repository first. Maybe. Did it just skip a bunch of steps? Also the numlock key. There, okay. Keyboard is fine. The numlock LED disappeared. Okay. So network auto setup. Why did it do network auto setup? Okay. I'm doing this off the network for now because I'll be doing another video where I dup a freshly installed uh, Tumbleweed distro to the latest current. Actually, let's do this anyways. Let YOLO it. I mean, this is a really fresh image, so something could break horribly. That's one of the downsides with the rolling releases. There is the potential that it will break. So I'm agreeing to the terms and license. This would be a hell of a lot more spiffier if I were running off of a flash drive, but this machine I don't think supports that. Okay. Oh, damn. I should have. I'll go back and fix that. I'm not going to redo this video just because I made one little fuck up. It's not catastrophic either. Ah, the glories of old optical media. At least you know I'm doing this in real time, people. So here, I'm going to do generic desktop. As I said, if you have less than a gig, go with server. That will make things a lot easier. If you're running on something older than a Core 2 Duo, do not, you can try KDE, you can try GNOME, but I would, if you've got less than 4 gigs of RAM, period, I would not touch these with a 10-foot pole, especially on Tumbleweed, since you'll be running the latest KDE Plasma and the latest GNOME. They will be a bit heavier than a stable release, in my experience. Windows data. Hmm. Oh, okay. So let's have some fun here. That's going to be 18 gigs. Edit partition. I'm not going to. There we go. I'm going to mount that as home just to see what the heck's there. Good, 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 good. That's odd, because it should install the BIOS on the MBR for this particular install. I'm just doing something just so that I have a user available. Yeah. Use a much more complicated password than I did. Okay, it will work, but in this case I need to install onto MBR, which is something you may need to do on older systems, especially if you're using a used hard drive that had Windows installed on it. You will need to overwrite the MBR. If you're using a fresh drive, you won't need to do that on most modern systems. But don't quote me on that. So let's go into software because I want to make sure that I have XFCE and LXDE are the desktop environments that I recommend out of box for an older system. LXDE is extremely light, but XFCE, though like 10 or 20, may at most 50 megs heavier, is much more robust and has a much better documentation, or much better documentation out there. And you can do a lot more with it. I am going to install because it's a laptop, let's click details, get into here and actually see what's being installed. So here's all the stuff that's going to be installed. Let's do XFCE themes. This is all the stuff that would be installed if you did the LXDE. I'm not going to do that right now. Pulse audio volume control. Okay, fine. GIMP. Good. Fine. Everything there looks hunky-dory. Let's see. Let's go to laptop. There is no Bluetooth on this machine. Is there infrared? I don't remember. No. It is an Intel-based machine, so PowerTop might be incredibly useful for turning stuff off and expanding the battery life. The PowerTop would be useful primarily Pentium 4 and newer. You might Pentium M will work as well, but I don't know about Pentium 3 or older, whether PowerTop will be at all useful. PowerTop will work on AMD systems, I can guarantee you that. Athlon systems are compatible with PowerTop to an extent. Okay, I'm just gonna say screw it and go for it. What else? Oh yeah, I'm going to enable SSH and open the SSH port. Cool. Let's install. This may take a while, so I'll speed this section up a lot. Ha! It's done. Hopefully I caught that last bit, the reboot bit. But now it's gonna reboot. Yay! And oh dear God, this thing's getting warm. Needs more fans, Captain! And a stupid keyboard. Golly. I think I'm gonna have to dismantle it and see if I can clean it. It's a cheap Chinese piece of shit, so. I can't even find this model. It says Raju Lijai. Okay. No. This keyboard isn't blue backlit. What the heck's going on here? This should have rebooted a long while ago. What you doing, computer? I think a kernel panicked. Well, something went bonkers there. It's a good thing that I'm recording this with my Logitech C920 Pro webcam. And look at that! Yay! Opensuse Tumbleweed. Kernel 2420 on a 32-bit system. That's near 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 16 years old. A 16-year-old laptop. Wow. Outside of that one little crash at the end, which is probably I'll blame the tumbleweed media that I downloaded. That may not necessarily happen to everyone all the time, so. Network is indeed plugged in, so we should have internet. We will find out. I can see the network port down there on the switch is lit up like a Christmas tree. Yep. have internets. Possibly. Where's the web browser? Browse the internets. Oh, you're joking. A web browser didn't get installed? Come on. Sudo zipper in. Okay, let's update the repositories. This should be a little bit faster, but again, I am running on a 5000 RPM Fujitsu 40 gig drive that's probably 2 years older than the laptop itself. Yeah. And as you can see, the mouse is moving around all spiffy like. Outside of a little lag. Let's have htop get installed. Wait. Let's see if INXI. No, it's not. Oh, it's already installed? Oh, neat. Huh. Sweet. Okay, let's go on to the internet because that's probably something people are most likely going to do is do this setup so that grandpa and grandma can have their old computer because this old computer is a good computer. I paid a lot of money for it back in the day. Back in my day, we kept things for longer periods of time. We didn't need to buy an iPod or the newfangled, confounded, phony things every year and whatnot, just as an example. So let's take a look at. Okay, there we go. Let's go to that. Shameless plugging? Wow, shameless plugging. And look, there's all of the places that I am. I've actually not been to this page on the system that I'm not logged into, LiberaPay. So yeah, if you liked this content, uh, go to this URL. Donate. I'd really appreciate it. It will help me bring out more content, better content, get better audio equipment, get do videos that you guys want. And if I get enough interest here, I may end up starting Patreon. There's just not enough interest yet for me to set up a Patreon. But hey, contact me if you think that is the most optimal way of donating a few shekels to me. So, with this, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.